Koncertna premiera novega cirkuškega albuma vas med drugim čaka ta petek na vse metelkovski 43. obletnici Radia Študent, točneje na letnem odru Gala Hale, katerega sezono so letos odprli zabavni kanadski punk rockerji irskih korenin The Mahones. V dobrih 2 desetletjih so izdali 10 albumov, njihov najbolje sprejeti, 7. studijski, The Black Irish, pa je šel lansko leto.
Our passion is punk rock, rock and roll, and we have the best job in the world, so we'll never ever stop. We'll just do this forever and ever. That's just the first 23 years. It's actually 10 albums, and we're going to go for another 23 years probably.
Mnoge kadrovske spremembe ustanovnemu članu in glavnemu avtorju The Mahones niso vzele motivacije. Ravno obratno, lani je zasedba izdala najuspešnejši album doslej, The Black Irish, ki je prejel nagrado Independent Music za najboljši punk rock album leta. Uspeh bodo praznovali v visokem slogu.
Well, we're going to go drinking with Keith Richards, Tom Waits, and Ozzy Osbourne, I think, because they're the judges, so that's the plan. I just think we're like fine wine. We get better every year. That's what it is, you know, and the more you do it, the more you get better at your craft. And when we made this album, we tried to make the best album in the history of Irish punk rock. And I think we did it.
Where do you find such amazingly beautiful accordion player? I did it.
In a bar in Toronto called the Bovine Sex Club.
How is it like being in a band with all guys and on tour constantly?
You know, I love it. I love it. I'm having such a great time. I'm with my husband, and the guys are like, it's like being on the road with your 3 big brothers and your husband. Like they're family. They're a family. I've known them forever. I love them. I'm just so happy to be here. I get to take care of them. I get to make sure that they eat their vegetables and clean their clothes and shower.
Dobri prijatelji so tudi z Dropkick Murphys, ki bodo 5. junija nastopili v kinu Šiška.
They are the nicest guys ever. Like they are them, their crew, the musicians, they are all just the sweetest people you'll ever meet. They really are. Like they're none of them like they're rock stars, but they don't act like it. They've been really good to us. They're great guys.
And Scruffy goes commando under his kilt.
he's gonna beat you up for that one.
Maybe he'll give you a peek.
Irish punk veseljačenju pa smo se v istem večeru skupaj z Mahones preselili še k sosedom v Channel Zero in prečekirali njihove hardcore rojake Cancer Bats. Težko pričakovani koncert skupine, ki bo poleti nastopila na skoraj vseh največjih evropskih festivalih, nas po pričakovanjih seveda ni pustil ravnodušne.
V želji po glasnem igranju in neprekinjeni zabavi so Cancer Bats s kombinacijo hardcora, metala in punk rocka ustvarili pravi eksplozivni rock'n'roll zvarek. Aprila so izdali 4. album Dead Set on Living in nekaj dni kasneje prvič obiskali Ljubljano.
And I read in one of your interviews for Enemy magazine that Dead Set on Living is not a traditional hardcore record. Like, what did you mean by that?
I think just for me, like trying to also show like the positive side of things. Like a lot of times, like, you know, metal and hardcore can be like fairly, you know, negative. And I do think that there's bands, you know, that change that up. So we're just trying to, you know, kind of follow those lines of showing like more of a positive side of things and like, you know, keep your focus, keep your head up.
How would you say that you as a band grew as artists through all your 4 records?
For us, just like years of touring, like touring really hard. I think just made us better players, made us better musicians, made us closer as a band. So I think every time we'd go in to write a record, it's like we knew each other better. We kind of knew from past mistakes or kind of making every mistake we could possibly make. And it was like along the line we figured out what we needed to do to make a really good record. So, and now I feel like we've gotten all those mistakes out of the way with Dead Set on Living. It was like we just had fun and kind of like nothing went wrong. It was really good.
Well, I love the record. I think it's very fun, upbeat, man. It's really a party record. And what's your idea of an actual party? Like, what's your idea of a good time?
I guess for me, like the last, 5 years, all my parties have been at shows. So to me, it's just like nice, small, sweaty club, like packed full of kids, like up for having a good time. And whether, you're drinking or you're sober, just like everyone having a good time together and like in it for, the right reasons, everyone just like not being too cool for school. Like that makes for a good party.
V okviru evropske turneje bodo poleti nastopili na največjih glasbenih festivalih. Najbolj se veselijo festivala Download v Angliji. Ob vsakodnevnem preigravanju hardcora in metala pa zasebno poslušajo še vse kaj drugega.
We definitely like to change it up, especially like listening to metal every night. We'll listen to a lot of like indie rock and stuff like that. Yeah, like to just like chill out. This afternoon our driver just played the new Beyonce all day and we were just like driving through Slovenia listening to Beyonce. But yeah, we listen to lots of hip hop. Some days we'll listen to metal all day long, so it just depends. Depends on the mood,
Cancer Bats so postregli z odličnim nastopom. Zapomnili pa si jih bomo tudi kot prijazne, skromne, straight edge fante, ki svojih fanov ne pustijo na cedilu.